Buenos días, bienvenidos a Grado Cero. Mi nombre es Tania Guevara y en esta ocasión estamos platicando con la autora de Mentiras Peligrosas, Becca Fitzpatrick. Thank you for the opportunity to talk with you. And I would like to ask, how do you create this character, the main protagonist? Um, how do you think about this person should be this way or another?
So I think all of my characters, the main characters and even the side characters and even the villains, have pieces of me inside them. And when I'm planning a book and deciding the story I want to tell, I always go back and read the journals that I kept when I was a teenager, and I reread those and get inspiration from them. But at the end of the day, as I'm putting this story into words, I think I just really hone those feelings that I had as a teenager and try to put them into my characters. I'm in all of my characters.
How do you feel about the reaction people have about your job? I think it's very exciting.
It is very exciting, and especially since I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I spent 5 years submitting my first book, Hush Hush, to publishers in the U.S., just trying to get the book published, and raked in almost 100 rejection letters. And so I thought it would take a miracle to get this book published. And now that it is published and people are loving it and it's having so much success, it's really exciting, but something that I never could have expected.
Do you think, after the saga ends, do you think you would use the same characters in another story? Or, some people write, not like in the same story, but they use the same character to the, yeah. So will you do that?
So I've thought about returning to the Hush Hush series and doing a type of spin-off book, but I think it's important to stay true to myself, and I can't force stories that aren't in me at that moment. And so I'm always writing the story that feels the most urgent to me at any given moment. And my most recent books have been standalones, Black Ice and now Dangerous Lies, and I feel really good about staying true to myself and writing the book that's inside me at that moment.
Okay. So, and these books are going to be in another format like TV or movies.
So there's been some interest from both TV and film for the books, but at this time, there's no moving forward with a movie.
Well, you said before that you get inspired by your journals and experience, and you have talked about the characters and then the side or the main character, but I would like to know if you have a favorite one.
So for a long time, my favorite character was Patch, because he was kind of the fantasy bad boy character, and he was a lot of fun to write. But, the character who's the closest to me and who means the most to me is Stella from Dangerous Lies. She witnesses this terrible crime and is put into the witness protection program and is whisked off to this small town in Nebraska. And I really feel like I relate to that because my last year of high school, when I was 17, my family moved to a different state, and I had to reinvent myself and make new friends, and I was really bitter and angry about this, a lot like Stella is in the beginning of the book. And I had to grow and change and come into myself, and so I really relate closely to Stella.
Yes, she seems tough, and I only I speak a little, and you can feel how stressed she is, and I was wondering, how do you put in words like the feelings and the sensations of being overwhelmed, and be able to transmit that?
I think that comes with experience writing, and hopefully I'm becoming a better writer as I continue to practice. But just I know if I'm feeling something as I'm writing, then my readers will also feel something. And I still write in my journal, and I'm glad I do because I think it helps me. Even though I'm not publishing my journals, it helps me really express myself and capture those feelings and know how to explain my emotions. And so I think that helps a bit.
Okay. Finally, would you like to say something like a secret of the books for public to get to be more intrigued about it?
Sure. So I guess I could share with Dangerous Lies. I don't think a lot of people know that Chet Falconer, the hero of the story, is based on my high school boyfriend. And, a lot of people will say, wow, you must have done a lot of research into Nebraska and the setting, the book setting. But I actually grew up in a small town in Nebraska. And a lot of the experiences in the book, like Stella getting a job as a car hop at a diner, I had a job as a car hop at a diner. So there's little pieces of me definitely placed into the book.
Okay, thank you very much. Y bueno, muchas gracias. Hasta luego.